Guys, it's the Cook and the Coach podcast.
I'm Kenny. I'm the cook.
Baeza, I'm the coach. Welcome back, guys.
Dude, I'm excited. This has been like I feel like we've been on a hot streak with these episodes, Baze. They've been like some of the most fun ones we've done. Pretty much like since we started this year. Unstoppable, dude. We had great interviews. We've had a silly goose time. We've joked around, and it's been fun. I've been having a really good time.
Yeah, I've been having the most fun with this podcast the last few weeks.
Dude, that's great. What kind of energy drink you drinking?
Coconut, berry, or Red Bull action.
Berry, Red Bull. Coconut berry.
I was never a Red Bull guy, but then I had one of those over the summer, and they've kind of swayed me. I'm not gonna lie.
Do we want to address what you said before we jumped on, or do you want to not say that?
Yeah,
okay, I'll leave that out. Okay.
We're a family-friendly show, Ken.
No, we're not, dude. We are not a family-friendly show.
We try to be.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, I'll edit that part out just because for the children.
For the children. Listen, there may be children watching this show. I don't know. I haven't heard any. But for the children watching this show, listen, we gotta protect them. You know what I mean? We can't say everything we want to say. That's for the Patreon. That's for the future Patreon.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot of shit about this Patreon. We're gonna have to jump on that at some point.
We need to get. If we get to 1,000 like YouTube subs, I think we should get a Patreon.
That could be cool, man. 1,000. That seems so far away. I think we're at like 23 right now.
But I feel like once you get to 100, like 500 is like not that far away, and once you get to 500, you're basically almost there to 1,000. You know what I mean?
It's like what rich people say about making like the first million is always the hardest.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
Have you noticed that with your Instagram, where once you hit a certain number, you started getting a lot more followers? Easier?
Yeah, it was like once I hit 1,000, like getting 1,500 was like inevitable. It just took like a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And then going from like 1,500 to even now like almost 1,700, it's like only been like a few months.
Wow. That's insane, dude.
Like I could probably get 2,000 by the end of the year and it wouldn't be like that crazy.
Really? That would be big. Do you think you're gonna, once you hit 2,000, do you think you're gonna be, are you the guy who would like celebrate it?
No.
I wouldn't see you having like,
I
could see you texting a few people like, let's have a celebratory drink.
If I hit like 25,000 or like 50,000, yeah.
Like a real big one.
What about
10K wouldn't do it for you?
I feel like I would have like, I like text a couple like close friends like you and like Rev and Dave.
Sure.
Or maybe like drinks you guys, but like other than that, I wouldn't like say anything about it on social media. I wouldn't like celebrate it like publicly.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
I get that.
Like not to like be this bougie dude, but like a lot of my friends have well over 10,000.
Oh really?
Yeah, a lot of people like in my circles, like a good chunk of them have well over 10K.
So you can't be the dude who is throwing yourself a bash to celebrate 10K.
Yeah, it looks weird.
Yeah, dude.
Like 25K, 30K. Okay, that seems like yeah, sure. I see that.
Now we're in the realm of possibility of sanity. Anything less than that.
Yeah, no.
It'd be trite. It would be social. Fun. It would be to your social detriment.
When my friends celebrated like getting 5K, and I was just like,
dude, I would go crazy. I have 440 followers. That's how many I have.
50 is like I would for sure. Yeah, like 50 for sure. For sure. I would do something.
10K.
Dude,
10K, it's just a little, I hear you, dude. Dude, there's levels to this shit. That's what I'm picking up. That's what I'm picking up.
If I got 100K, not listen, the biggest party.
You think so? Do you think that you would like
100K? Yeah, 100K.
Would this be at a club at this point? I was envisioning the smaller ones as like some sort.
No, I wouldn't even do something like that. No. It would still be smaller than that.
Oh, okay. See, I'm all over the place here. I don't know. My guessing is terrible right now.
Million, I feel like I go all out.
Sure.
Million, spare no expense, like all out.
Spare no expense. No expense should be spared. Dude, I want to scoot into the coach's corner. We were talking about the lifting competition you had, and you seemed like you were bummed about it. Are you still feeling that way? Like,
really?
How did it go? You seemed like you weren't thrilled with how it went.
I don't know. Nothing. I didn't do anything unexpected or crazy.
Well, fill people in. How did it go? What did you do?
I ended up getting 380 out of it, which is a competition PR.
Nice. Congrats.
Thanks. But like I've done that in the gym like enough times now where that's like not crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I should do that for a double, and it shouldn't be like it would be hard, but it wouldn't be like crazy. You know what I mean?
Right. And this is for bench press.
Yeah. I attempted 400. It didn't go up. Partly because I wasn't set up right. I rushed the setup. I felt like I could have taken just a few more beats. I think I would have been ready to actually do it. Also, just like the downward motion, the eccentric, the breath, the pause.
Yeah.
Just didn't feel. I just didn't do it how I usually do it. I was rushing it. I think well, just taking my time and like actually did the way I usually do it, it would have turned out much better. Also, just lack of sleep.
You're tired?
I was busy, man. I stopped by Ali's comedy taping. I went chatted with some friends afterwards, and then I went back to work and finished work around 2 a.m. So
damn, you were busy, man.
And I had an 8-hour photo shoot that same day.
Yes, that's right. I saw you sharing the pics.
So I was just exhausted going into the meet. I think if I just take my time when I was doing the actual lift, and then B actually would have gotten like proper rest. I think that goes up, no question.
Really?
It wasn't even that like I knew I was strong enough. I was just too tired at that point. I was just too tired. Like I had like if people knew how much caffeine I took before that lift, that would probably give most people a heart attack. The amount of caffeine I took.
Good God, dude! I can't even imagine.
Like most people couldn't handle the amount of caffeine I took right before that lift.
Oh God,
that's how tired I was.
That's insane.
I mean, I've done 390, 395. I've done 400 in the gym before.
Right.
But one of those times was a pause, but other times I've done it, it's always been touch and go, so just going up right away. Whereas when you're competing in a meet, it's not necessarily a pause, but you can't go back up until the ref tells you to.
Oh.
So it's not like you're holding it there forever, but like it has to be touch your chest and be still for like half a second before you're allowed to go back up.
Okay.
Whereas in the gym, I could just like bounce off my chest and it'll go up no problem.
Okay, that helps. That makes sense. Yeah, well, dude.
But I think it was there though. Like if I just wasn't tired that day, it's there. It just the 384 that like felt so fast.
Really?
It felt so fast. It literally felt like nothing in my hands.
Well, dude, you were jittery from the caffeine. What do you think was going to happen? Everything was probably going in fast forward.
And the thing is too, I took the caffeine right before the lift. I inhaled the ammonia, and the amount of adrenaline that should have been through my body should have like gave me a heart attack and made me like jump 20 feet in the air. But like my body was just my CNS was so shot that like it didn't matter. It did nothing. It could be 200 pounds that bar. It wasn't gonna go back up.
Goodness.
Even though I knew the strength was there, like I could do it on any other day.
Right.
Like it could have been 250 pounds. It wouldn't have gone up that last rep.
Damn.
Nothing would have helped.
Well, it is what it is, man. It's still really cool that you got the PR. That's a big deal. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was the coaching aspect fun as well? Because you were jumping all over the place. You were telling me that.
Well, that's funny because I wasn't able to get there in time to help coach.
Oh, gotcha.
She was in the session before me, so I was kind of helping from the sidelines. Like I was texting, I was watching on my phone on the way there.
Sure. Well, help where you can. That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks to everyone supporting online for the encouragement. It's been fun. I have a new series coming out leading up into halfway through the summer. So that new vlog comes out this Friday. So be sure to be tuned in. Okay. So new vlog coming out I believe Wednesday, and then the new series, which I will announce. Actually, by the time this podcast comes out, it'll be out already. So Christian Guzman, Alpha they always do summer shredding. So I'm doing my own spin on it for myself called The Cut.
The
So
cut.
basically, you're gonna be following me every day for the next 6 weeks. I'll be cutting down weight leading up to my Koboji trip. My buddy Tommy's getting married the week before the 4th, so it will be all every day. My diet, every workout, you're gonna see everything just on a daily day basis. So
Nice, man. Oh, that's a great idea. And it's
yeah,
if you look up Baeza Tenzaya on YouTube, right?
yep.
Okay.
Go to my Instagram. Go to the bio. There's a link tree. It'll bring you right there.
Dude, that's sick. That's a great idea. Let's scoot back into the kitchen. I learned something interesting this week, and I wanted just to kind of talk about it. It's a bit of a current events type thing. There's a New York Times article called "Think Outside the Banana, Eat the Peel," and it's by this woman, Charlotte Druckman. They were talking about apparently the banana peel is edible, and I didn't know this. Did you know this, Baze?
Why do white people have to make everything that's not a thing a thing?
But that's the thing, dude.
Ken, what is it about your race that has to make something as stupid as eating a banana peel a thing? Why? Why?
No, it doesn't sound. Read the article, dude. It wasn't white people that came up with this. It doesn't look like it.
We don't need this, Ken.
Okay, I'll give you this, dude.
You try to pivot it to make it like this tribe back in the day. No.
That's
what no.
Yeah.
This is Ken.
I'll give you this, dude. A lot of vegans are it's like a trendy thing of vegans.
No good argument starts by saying, well, the vegans. No good argument.
Yeah, dude. It goes into the two. I'm giving you that. You're right. It's probably a lot of like white vegans who are pushing it. But yeah, it's edible, and I didn't know this. And so like, there's these different like cooks. There's like Nigella Lawson, who's a British food personality, and there's this woman Nadia Hussein, who was on the show. I always plug on this show, which is the Great British Bake Off. She won. Spoiler, she's really great. And they were talking about these different ways to cook a banana peel, and apparently, I think they were saying, I want to say it's like Middle East and Asian cuisine is kind of where it's often found. I don't quote me on that, but I think that's where some of it kind of originates.
Sure.
But now, like you said, white vegans are swooping in.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be the avocado toast of the vegan world. It's going to take over.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but I know, isn't it weird? They were saying like, it's like they were like, oh, you could some insane person was like, oh, you could substitute it for bacon. It's and it's like that's insane. But apparently some people were like, oh, you can like you can essentially like saute it with garlic and onion and barbecue sauce, and it's kind of like a pulled pork-esque type thing texture wise. I don't know, I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to try it and see how it is. Like some people use it in banana bread. That's another one. Or just use it as a vegetable.
Why do you have to ruin banana bread? Banana bread's already perfect as it is. Why are we trying to ruin it?
Look, dude,
it's great.
The only person here, honestly, we should get so Kari Paulson. We got to get. She has like the great banana bread recipe. Yeah. She whipped up a great banana bread.
That's the Paulson family recipe.
It's a great recipe, man.
Why are we trying to ruin it?
I'm not trying to ruin it, dude. I didn't write this article. I just think it's fascinating.
This is a great example of white privilege. You guys' lives are so perfect if it takes something that's so ridiculous and try to make it into a food.
The argument is to reduce your food waste and like not just put it in a landfill.
We're gonna die in 100 years anyway. Who gives a fuck?
That's not true. And look, dude, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it might not be delicious, but I think it's worth a shot. And yeah, so
I can't get behind this. I'm sorry.
Stay tuned. No, it's okay, dude. Look,
I can't get behind it.
I'm just the messenger, dude. I'm just here trying to experiment and learn more.
Let me just hear the rest of the article. I want to hear this.
That's essentially the article, man. It goes into like the history of it and stuff. That's all. What I said is kind of the important little tidbits. That's pretty much all you got to know. You basically just can cook it down. You can puree it so you kind of get rid of some of that texture. But you can essentially think of it like a part of a vegetable that you just have to do a little more work on. But that's all I'm interested to say about it. It's just, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm curious. It's a really fucking weird thing. So I figured it'd be worth bringing up. Now before we want to keep this short and sweet. We were talking about, at the beginning of the year, dude, we talked about, I chose a fitness goal and we let you marinate on a food, like cooking type goal. So my fitness goal is to be able to do the full splits by the end of the year.
Well, since you mentioned marinate,
Okay, so I want to hear. I want to hear your goal.
I'm, as you know, as same as just like you and Dave, I am a fan of the meats. I am a
Yes.
fan of grills, smokers, just making the best food possible involving some red meat.
It's truly an art.
Truly an art. I want to learn how to make brisket this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, but dude, you don't have a smoker.
So I'll figure it out. Here's what I mean. Hear me out. Hear me out. I know a couple of friends who have smokers, and they've said that if we wanna, try smoking this year
Mm-hmm.
for the summertime, they show me the ropes, they teach me a little bit.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
want to learn how to make brisket. Another thing I want to learn to do is make beer.
You want to do both those this year?
Yeah, whichever one's easier, I find it's easier, I'm gonna do.
Okay, dude.
So
I feel like beer would be way harder. You're just gonna
no,
buy.
I got my friend Bryce, who is a coworker here at the church, he makes beer like for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the weekends, he makes his own beer.
Yeah, for sure. There's like kits you can get and such.
Yeah, he'll like cook, you like make batches here all the time and stuff in the church kitchen.
Okay.
A couple of my friends are in the beer industry here in Minneapolis, so I'm gonna hit them up. So I'm just gonna do my
Test the
research and learn
waters.
more.
Test
The
the
waters.
waters. See which one is calling your name a little bit more. Is it the smoked meats or is it that homebrew?
I have a strong love for both, so I'm just gonna just learn more as much as I can.
That's a look. I like both of those ideas. There's a book that I got a former guest of the show of David Paulson. This book called Franklin Barbecue, and it's written by Aaron Franklin, the smoked meats god in Austin, Texas. And I've been blessed enough to visit there, and it was fantastic. My standard for smoked meats, it totally
Tim Dillon
changed.
hates it.
The whole Tim Dillon hates it ad. Yeah, that's
Well, he doesn't hate it. He thinks it's overrated.
well, yeah. There's always people there's always people like that.
Yeah.
My whole level of what is good barbecue changed after that. He's a master. So if that might be a good resource. I don't know if that would be a good book to look at if you get serious about, if you choose a path and you decide to do the smoked meats. But my quick update on the splits. It's not going great, but I'm hanging in there and we're trying to make it work. I've been
Love it.
consistent with that morning and evening yoga. And I think my hips are starting to open up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'll just less tight overall. I feel a little bit more.
That's good.
A little more active, a little bit more capable, more potent. And we'll see, dude. We'll see how it goes. And what's been nice is I can notice the difference whether if I did the stretching or not. So we'll see, dude. I think I'm getting progress. I think I'm gonna get a yoga block just to bring it, just to kind of help me out a little bit. But I have the yoga mat and I've been using that quite a bit. So we'll see. If anyone listening has a really good like yoga instructor on YouTube or anything like that, let me know. There's a few that I really like, but it's always good to mix it up. So yeah, we'll come back around later on the podcast in a different episode, and we'll update everyone on how these goals are going. But we just wanted to check in, do that.
Do you want to do Whatchu Jammin?
Yeah, we can do Whatchu Jammin. I didn't prep anything, but go ahead.
So guys, Whatchu Jammin? We do a segment about once every couple of weeks just to talk about what's going on in our playlist. I started making a summer playlist for this year because I need one for Okaboji, obviously. I've been adding a little bit to it. And I think these are all going to make the list for my summer playlist this year.
Okay.
So this song actually came out a few months ago, or I think even like early 2020. But I kind of came back into my world. I've been enjoying it. It's What It Is by Kyle, but the remix with Chris Brown. So the remix came out a couple months ago.
Okay.
Song is hard as fuck. If you need to be in your feels, it's like one of those songs where you can get in your feels, but also it's like a happy beat to it.
Right.
So highly recommend that. Cheat Codes. They came out with a song before that I kind of liked at first, but then I ended up hating. But this song has grown on me a lot the last few days. It's called Lean on Me, featuring Tinashe, who is my birthday twin. So Looking for some really cool like synths and like harmonies. Check that one out. Lots of cool like dips in the song as well.
Mm-hmm.
Discovered this song just yesterday, and I cannot stop listening to it. It is Overdrive by Conan Gray. The song came out like a month ago.
Mm.
It's like one of his first songs ever. Really, really like interesting like synth patterns in there, especially in the beginning. Big fan. Good like summertime driving vibes.
Okay. Yeah.
Sunset, like you know that feeling? Sunset, 71, windows down.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Do I ever?
This is that song, Ken. This is that song.
Okay.
Then last but definitely not least, I've been hearing the song over the radio, and I cannot get this melody outside of my head. Like, ooh, Ken, like it's one of those melodies where it's like you know, like you feel like you've heard this like your whole life, but it's a brand new song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things that makes it's like a weird like interdimensional effect it has on me.
Yeah.
Put your records on by Mitt Romney.
Oh, dude, you have heard that song before. That song is a cover.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's why I know it.
Yeah. So he did like this elaborate cover of that song. Who did the original?
I was like, this melody is so goddamn familiar, and I love every note of it.
Yeah, it's Corinne Bailey Rae. I did the original, and I think it came out like a decade or two ago.
Yeah.
He did a cover of it.
So fucking good, and like the way like he switched up the tempo like throughout like the whole song. Mm-hmm. Like he's singing like the same beat, but like the tempo of the song was like always shifting. I mean, not the park. So that's my 4 for this weekend. That's what I got for you.
I've listened to the new J. Cole album more than 3 times since it dropped, and I like it a lot. It is called The Off Season, and would recommend. There's also a cool little documentary that came out. I think it's maybe like 10 minutes long. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that was cool. That was fun to see how he's talking about his creative process, how he approaches making music a little bit like basketball in terms of like doing drills, having different ways of like routines and switching it up and being really disciplined about it, which I really like. I also saw something that Pharrell was talking about recently I recently saw a video of Pharrell who was talking about that. And yeah, it was really cool, really inspiring from a creative process perspective. I also really liked the Nicki Minaj, Seeing Green, Nicki Minaj, and it features Lil Wayne and Drake. Really liked that song a lot. Yeah, I've listened to that quite a few times as well. I really liked Lil Wayne's verse on that a lot.
Another episode, short and sweet, just giving you guys some updates. It's giving you, this episode's for the real fans, like the diehards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who really want to hear what's going on. This is for them. So we appreciate you guys. Instagram at Cooking Coach Pod. We changed our TikTok, right? To just Cooking Coach. The Cooking Coach on YouTube. My Instagram, Baeza Tensai. You can find me there on same thing on TikTok and YouTube. Ken's got a cooking page and music page. You tell you all about it.
So the food cooking page at Haymarket Pantry, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. The music page at Kenny Martin Music, same thing. And yeah, check it out. I'm working on some fun stuff. I'm excited to share, and I'm trying not to rush the process, but I'm excited to see how this stuff turns out. So check that out, and thanks for listening, y'all. We appreciate it.
Guys, another episode. We thank you for listening. We will see you next time.
Peace.